Hey, it is the Digital Shaman. Welcome back to the channel where we discuss the intersection of spirituality and technology. So let's jump right on in. I am doing a video here today on the 5 best features of time passages. And if you're like, hopefully if you're on this video, you should know what Time Passages is. But Time Passages is a full-fledged astrology app. Let's call it an astrology app. So let's jump right on in with, actually, let me hit the screen recorder on my iPad mini today. So make sure it's going. Yes, we ain't recording this twice. So actually step zero is to upgrade to the Pro app. So Time Passages comes in two different apps. Should I even say free? Regular and Pro. So you can see, let's jump right into the App Store. And actually, I was surprised when I was researching this video that they have added a couple of more tiers, because the Pro Time Passages is $30. So what I can remember about the free version, I think like every report was like 99 cents. So since then they have like here, and I mean, FYI, if you ever want to know, where did I scroll? Like, just keep scrolling and go down here to information, and that's where you can always find out in-app purchases to get an idea if you buy, and especially nowadays if you buy some software, there's a 50% chance it's going to be a subscription or a module. So make sure you go down here and tap the, hold on, I felt like I had to tap something. Wait a minute, let's go all the way back. I want to make sure y'all understand where to find this important section. Yes, right here under information, in-app purchases, and then you can see. So what I was saying, they actually added a few more tiers here. The pass for, I'm assuming this sounds unlimited natal charts. That's kind of sucky that you can't read it, but I think it's probably unlimited natal charts, compatibility, and transits, perhaps. Yeah. So I mean, right there, that's 10, 20, 30. Buy the full app. So that's that's step zero out of the best features. And actually real quick before we get out of the App Store. So here's time. You know what? I realized too, once you buy an app, you can no longer get back to the price. But Time Passages Pro, and it's not a subscription app. So you pay once and you own forever. I say forever-ish because don't forget that developers do have the right to, Time Passages tomorrow can push out, let's see, just to teach y'all a little bit about software versioning. So did they tell you? For myself, they normally tell you the version. I don't know if that is, hold on, let me see if it does it here. Yeah, right there, version history. Okay, why didn't I see that? Okay, right here, version history. Boom, boom, boom. So you can always kind of know a running order of what was updated. So I say all to say, Time Passages is on 2.89. Boom, tomorrow they can come out with Time Passages 3.0, and it can be subscription. So that's why, number one, I don't, as y'all can see here, no, I'm going a little bit too deep. Actually, I think I just, no, y'all see right here, I don't have any, where are we? Yeah, right there, 73 updates. I don't have any updates on any of my devices because I've been burned. Go to log into like your email and like the whole thing has changed. Or like I said, you now have a subscription. And that's when it comes back to the integrity of the developers to kind of see if I pay $30 and your new subscription is $60 a month, are existing users going to get a credit? Blah, blah, blah. So we're not there yet, but I'm just saying for now, Spotify. For now, Time Passages Pro is a flat $30 fee, and then apparently through the Time Passages, I'll say non-pro app, if you decide like you might just be a person that just wants to do natal charts. There we go, natal charts, and you don't care about the synastry, the comparison, or you don't even care about your own transit. So boom, maybe that will work out for you paying $10. So moving on to the first, so where I started my numbering was 0 for my tarot people, y'all with me. So the first top 5, let me say the next best feature of Time Passages is charts and charts and charts. So like I said here, and then FYI, like I am a Christmas baby, but unfortunately I'm not team 1977. So this little profile I created here, they were born on a full moon though, Capricorn sun, Cancer moon. And we do have one thing in common, Sag rising, with my little fake user here. So when I say charts, I'm talking about boom, here's your birth chart. Of course, it operates best if you know your birth time, location. You get your first of all, you get the view of the chart. You get your planets. Pay attention to the colors. Green, right here, green, green earth sign, blue water. So, I'll talk a little bit more about that. And I have another video I'm working on, time passages, tips and tricks. So you get your aspects right there, all there. So when I say chart, we're talking about natal chart. Ask me later. We're talking about your transit charts, which come in kind of two flavors. You can do like a quickie daily horoscope. You can see. To me, like I always, this person. Sorry, see, like the astrologer in me kicked in. Like it kind of matches actually, because I forget it is Sag rising, so it does match my actual chart a little bit. I have a second house stellium going on right now, but baby, they loaded up. Let me see. I got all transit. I got off track. When I said I got off transit, I'm sorry. We are going real live, not editing this. So for real, charts. So did I put another person? I did. Sample person. Let's compare eye compatibility. And this is kind of cute. Time passages to give you like this overall, like a meter. But then of course you can see the what am I trying to say? Overlay. You can see the composite chart there. You can see the composite chart between you and the other person. Same thing. Planets, they actually say, your Venus is in blank's fourth house or whatever. You get aspects. So, to me, this is the meat and potatoes of time passages, is the charts. So yeah. That's the second best feature. Next best feature is the descriptions, which I do have. I'm going to talk about the descriptions when I go to my 5 worst features about time passages, because you'll get, let's see here, we're just going we're going off the cuff. Let's see. Man, that's kind of decent. Let me see. Some of them some of them, of course, if let me look at the natal. Because what I'm trying to say here, sometimes you get a full long paragraph and then you get this short thing. I just think that definitely descriptions remember, we're talking about a pro app here. So for $30, I'm going to need to see the value in the descriptions and the text. But I still think at the end of the day, I dabble in a lot of different apps, and while I do have some strong quirks, those will come out. Some strong quirks with time passages, it's still my go-to. It's still easy, visually pleasing. So let's go into. Let me see. Let me try to find. Okay, here's one. Transit Mercury in the second house. That is basic, and right now you're going through a retrograde. It doesn't indicate any of that here. It says retrograde, but it should say. What do they write? You may cling to things. It's a good time to pull back a little bit. At the end of the day, this description does not change when we're not in the retrograde. So that's kind of my beef with time passages a little bit. But on the flip, like I said, Venus in the second house. Come on, man. That should be in Capricorn. A lot more should be written about that. I think, let me try to find something that's a little bit more intense. Let me go a long-term transit. I've seen like I said, I'll try to give. Here we go. Look at this one right here. This is what transit Uranus squaring natal Mars. Look at this long, lengthy description. My thing is be consistent. But at the end of the day, let me see, checking my notes here. So I'm not going to nitpick about the description, but I think really what a lot of people don't realize with time passages is this learning tabs. This learning tab is extremely beneficial. And it's very visually pleasing. When I was, again, preparing for this, go back to where I was at with the signs, and seeing, look, again, this is very freaking visually pleasing. Having just, I feel like I shouldn't do that because I'm going to pop this video in, pop it one of these ways. So you get, let me go back to what you're getting, the terms, so to know the aspects, to know progression, just to know all these, if you're going to be an astrologer using pro apps, you should know the terms. They give you the motion, retrograde, shadow. Like, I don't even get into that, but boom, it's there. Aspects, what's a conjunction, what's a trine. Like, and again, they take it all the way down to the septile, minor aspects. Elements and modes, like fixed, fire, cardinal. So I think, again, like, especially if you're new, like, and you're a little bit confused, like, man, they go into the moon, they break down the moon aspects: new, crescent, full, balsamic, void, of course. They give you the houses, that's very integral. Let's look at some of these descriptions. See, I think that's a little lacking. Let me see how. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a little basic, but at the end of the day, they're giving you that sauce here with all this information. Yeah, so that would be the next best feature of Time Passages is the descriptions, in both the learning tab and through the descriptions, in just the various charts. The next best feature about Time Passages is just kind of what I say, checking the upper skies, or checking the weather, aka what is the astrology for the day. And I feel like the current tab is just the perfect place to kind of get it quick. All right, like for me, like I was, hearing, I'm an astrologer, so I'm hearing the buzz. The moon is going to move into Pisces. What do we have? The moon tripping. It says right here, moon in Pisces. I'm like reading it wrong. So yes, the moon is already in Pisces, and it lets me know, now I'm tracking, that it will be in Aries on the 4th by 9:56 a.m. Because I have a separate app that does like when the moon switches signs, it gives me alerts. So I think this is good to know. Again, you're getting, because sometimes, we go in and out of astrology, or you may wake up one day, like I know I was like, oh, it's Aquarius season. So it tells you just really the big hits of what's going on. Sun in Aquarius, moon in Pisces. Is there a retrograde? So actually here they give you a little bit more of the retrograde information, and then they give you, just for people who may be new to astrology, just kind of like with anything, like, we know, and I'm recording this on the 2022 day, we know it's a 6 year in numerology, tarot, whatever, the lovers. That's a global, at the end of the day, your personal year may be different. So I say all to say, like, when you look at the current chart, this is kind of like the global energies, and it's like where you're at. So I picked Washington, D.C. I mean, that's where I'm at. So, so sometimes I think it's kind of good to maybe know, okay, like what's going on just in the sky. Like if I just looked at this without looking at my own personal chart, I'm going to still see like it's a lot of heavy Capricorn energy in the air, and yada, yada. So, I think, again, this is a good way to get a good rundown of the current weather in the sky. So that is, let me see, make sure I got everything. Yep, that's the current screen. It's just like a good overview. The next and the last, because technically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 5, best features. So the last one is, I think, really the customization is immaculate. And in this case, for the app, the customization is through the settings. Where do I even begin? Definitely, this is maybe just be in the tips and tricks. I'm gonna give y'all one. Make sure you change the actual location that you're at. It's kind of convenient, especially. This is kind of convenient. So house calculation. They have, equal sign, whole house. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure how you say that. I'm not gonna botch it. But either way, you can change that. You can change house cusp margin, which is, how do I explain this? So a lot of apps, or I have pro astrology software. I guess it's kind of like maybe an unspoken rule, like the house cut margin is 1 or 2. So let's just say, let's pick 10th house. Like, I know this scenario falls for me. 10th house, I have like Saturn, and I'm just making up some Saturn in Libra, 15 degrees. But my 10th house ends at 15 degrees, and I'm gonna make up some 12 minutes. So in some apps, they push Saturn to my 11th house. And like I got different reports, and then, again, that's all based on this margin. So I like a tight conjunct. I'm like, don't move my planets to other houses. But, I still feel like, I know people are like, oh, the cusp doesn't exist. But I think this is also, and I'm going a little bit off topic. This is the fun of astrology, because they're different systems. Like, again, someone in the tropical may have different views in the Vedic, but I do think it's all energy. So I do get nitpicky. I'm like, no, my Saturn is not in the 11th house. It's in the 10th house, but I really can see where it applies to both. 10th house is the father. Saturn's old. My father was very, 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 very old when he had me. Saturn 11th house, I tend to befriend old people, or I'm the older friend. So again, the cuspy life. So that's a little bit more about house cup margin that y'all needed to know. Chart aspects. I mean, this is always key. I don't like a lot of clutter when I'm looking at the chart. So you can, turn off Lilith. Some people want the mean node for the nodes. Let's see, Chiron. You can have other major asteroids. So again, that's the different chart points. Same thing with some of the aspects. Yeah, this is getting really detailed. But just, even in kind of like from the chart graphics, like how do you want it? Let me see for display. Oh, that's not too much going there. And then again, back to their documentation. That's what I should have said, their documentation and their descriptions. I think they give you a good idea. Like I was saying here, it's like me trying to explain the house cup margin. They say it better, more eloquently, that they consider planets that are in 1 to 3rd degree of the next house of the planet falling in that house. I keep going this way on the camera. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I'm not really sure how long this video is, but that is 5 best features I found with TimePassages. So I'm going to do another video to do the 5 worst features, because I'm sorry, like I do love TimePassages, but it's so much that they can improve on, and there's so much that they can improve on. We'll talk about that. So FYI, I mean, probably says in the beginning, but if you made it to the end, give me some kind of thumbs up. Let me know you made it. But don't forget to check out the video I did on how to evaluate a spiritual app. I think that's very important that we understand how to make those kind of choices as we prepare ourselves for this digital divination takeover for the age of Aquarius. Again, thank you very much. I plan to do more app reviews. I'm trying to get a little bit better balance here in the 2022 for the channel with, kind of getting back to the crypto tarot. But, really my love and the focus is, spiritual apps, learning about them, how to use them. And again, it's not just for the users, for the developers, anyone who may come by, like any people who are developing TimePassages, for the community. If there's any way that we can help you all improve the app and vice versa, that's what this channel is about. So, again, I appreciate anyone who checks it out. All right, I'm Digital Shaman on my way to yoga, and I'll see y'all around.